Bandits killed DPO, 8 other policemen and vigilantes in KEBBI, Sahara reporters. Gunmen suspected to be bandits have killed a divisional police officer, 8 other policemen and 2 members of the local security group, Yankasai, in the Sakaba local government area of KEBBI state. The DPO that was killed was identified as Jimoh Abdullahi. The state police relations officer, Nafiu Abubakar, disclosed this in a statement on Monday. DPO Sakaba, 8 other policemen and 2 Yankasais lost their lives during a gun duel with bandits on Saturday at about 14:30 hours, he said. The gunmen were said to have invaded the villages around 2:30 p.m. on Sunday. Yeah. It's sad, but I would say that not argue against it, but like there's never really a sense, or personally, this is my opinion, okay? If you agree, you agree. If you don't, you don't. But there's a sense of urgency when things like this happening in the south rather than the north. I just guess it's a setting of people. You can't necessarily feel somebody's pain or make them fight for it, because with these things that are happening, it's so consistent that you'd expect the northern part of the country to literally have a whole revolution and be like radicals and like, you know what, we're not going to take it. But it seems like they've been taking it, especially since 2009. 2009 being the time from when Boko Haram was actually terrorizing the country. So yeah, it's so sad, but again, until the north takes their own pain and takes their own things seriously, we can't even expect to join hands together with them and then fight for one Nigeria. It doesn't make sense. Like, I think that we can work against ourselves. I know I'm not saying that the South is perfect in any kind of way, but I think the level of awareness and exposure is definitely higher than the North. And if we were to have one Nigeria, the way the North is moving now, they have to step up like 100%, because it's becoming a case, okay? Their future has been attacked. Their future being the kids. They're going to schools, killing even as young as from primary, secondary, even now university students. So it is getting very much intense and they need to do something. A comment here says, Nigeria will never succeed. A den of horror, sorrow, tears, blood, anguish, deceit and death must not be allowed to succeed. Nigeria is eating so many innocent souls. Nigeria is the only mother that eats her own children. Yeah, I mean, this person then puts a picture saying your exit, Oduduwa Republic, Yoruba nationalists, basically like Brexit, Yoruba exit from Nigeria. So yeah, at this point, nothing is new. I just hope that sometimes even how news is delivered in a way, and because of how consistent these things are, it's okay, I can say, in a way, it's sort of, it's bound that you might have a lower sense of urgency when it comes to these matters, especially in the North. But in the South, I think, again, the South and the North are like two different countries in one, Things can happen in the South and, oh my days, the world will literally know about it like this, because we're very much ahead when it comes to technology and media. But in the North, it's a very much different situation. I mean, since 2009, Boko Haram has been attacking these people. I mean, the whole northern poor Ahmadiyya system, it's just not a good look, It's not a good look. When you think of Nigeria, obviously outside this, the typical view might be, okay, poor children as part of Africa. But if you think of Nigeria, you actually think of the music industry, you think of the film industry, you think of the creative industry in general. And that is all based in the South. Like, the South is literally making an economy of its own. Lagos itself is a whole different economy, it's a whole country in itself with the kind of GDP and all that it's making. So yeah, again, this news is consistent, and what is new? I guess 2023, my personal opinion is elections might not even happen, because it would just be a bit too intense. All right. Another comment here says, let the helicopters commence their 24-hour surveillance immediately, and army should deploy their gunships. Basically, please let it rain in KEBBI state just as it rained in Imo. It's not even that. It's the governors themselves that even like pass these deployments. They literally say, we'll go and attack, or they'd say, okay, fine, soldiers, surveillance, helicopters, go. So again, if you have leaders who are working against their own indigenous people, then what else can you say? It's not necessarily a thing of the federal government. I mean, the governor himself is literally ordering for certain things to happen. So yeah. So Nigeria suddenly becomes capital of every bad news. Anyway, the ruling class who brought us here, who brought us to this, are also feeling the heat. Are they though? Are they though? Their resources are mobile, so they can literally leave and start a new life anywhere else. They have enough money. They have enough sponsors. They are benefiting from the underdevelopment of Nigeria, absolutely. And because we are very productive people, I'd say, from the south, they're just benefiting from taxes and all that. Even though in a way they could earn more by not being corrupt, but let's see. Okay. Someone says Nigeria's on the brink of shrinking, and nobody cares about humanity. May Nigeria succeed? Well, it's highly unlikely. Again, it takes two to tango. I think the South, to a large extent, is ready for change, very much. Change, be it one Nigeria or separation, we just have to actually come together and choose what kind of change we want. But in terms of being active, we're there. We are there. We are literally like ready to go. Everyone is tired, and we all share that same, unanimous, voice and view of how we share that pain, and that could be our motivation to actually come together. And I think, again, before, for our independence, I think it was the same thing. Everyone wanted independence. That was the core overarching, theme, and the vibe of that time is independence, point blank period. So again, we need to decide what we want as Nigerians and if we can make it work. I think it's highly unlikely that for us to be one Nigeria, the North would be as proactive in getting that, because it seems as if they're not aware and they don't understand the severity of how badly they're being controlled in some sort of way. Because Nigeria is just a zoo technically, because we don't know, are we like, because in parts of the North, they practice Sharia law, so you can't tell them anything because they practice Sharia law. In some parts of Nigeria, it's like predominantly Muslim or Christian, and they're fighting against each other. We have unnecessary beef that does not add to anything. Again, the country is breaking down, and I think this is just part of the consistent news that we know of. It's not surprising to us. But the real question lies in how we are going to fix it, and if we want to fix it. Because again, not everyone can travel abroad. Nigeria is the only land that we will have that we can ever feel a sense of ownership and a sense of freedom. Your land, where you live, that land that you own, is a testament and a declaration and a physical manifestation of your freedom. When you own your land, you are in your land and you own your resources. Period. I think, and don't forget to like and subscribe.